Welcome in, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, over there, enjoying himself some Marvel. That's Flex, a.k.a. Captain America.
That is me. Feeling pretty good this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, having a good week.
That's good. Getting nice little buzz on.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Things are settling down. I've had a lot of traveling, both for work and pleasure. And I tell you,
I the latter.
Yeah, I like when I combine them. I missed my bed. Out of like 8 days, I slept in my bed like 1 or 2 times, and there's just something about being in your own bed. Nice.
Would you rather sleep in your bed or on your couch?
In my bed.
Okay.
All the time. I have a nice bed.
I have a really comfy couch.
Oh, I have a sleep number bed that like goes up like old people beds and like tacos, you know?
Braggy ass.
Oh, it's so we've had it for like 11 years.
I bet you drive an Audi too.
So do you, asshole.
Got him.
And back for another week of pain is the biggest nerd we know in the best way possible. That's intern Brian. What's up, big fella?
Thank you for having me back. Almost didn't make it, but I appreciate you guys having me on one more time.
You know, I saw you almost not make it. I did with my own 2 eyes.
Right.
And I am pumped to be back. I also do not have an Audi. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, you know, can't 2 out of 3. Can't win.
I'm going to work on that.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah,
I don't have a sleep number bed either.
Did say that once.
That's true.
Said 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, we'll work on that. We'll get you either an Audi or a sleep number.
Yeah, I don't know which one I would prefer at this point. I think probably the Audi.
Yeah. If I had to choose, I'd probably stick with the Audi.
I just want to let you know, I only said it the right way for Greg.
Oh, that's true. Yes. That is the right way to say it.
Yes, because I call them Audis. Because
you're weird.
Because I'm weird.
Yeah.
Modelos.
Exactly. Tavor.
Apricot. But that's real.
No. You know what? Not an inflection show?
Sure.
Pecan
pie.
If I'm going to get ice cream, I'm going to get butter pecan.
No, that's true.
Yeah, some things you say different. Like, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but I'm taking a vacation in the Caribbean.
It's a Caribbean cruise.
Right.
Yes.
There's multiple ways for some things.
And if you're Billy Ocean, it's the Caribbean Queen.
Right.
Weird.
Matters. Yeah. Because how weird is it to say the Pirates of the Caribbean? You sound like a fucking weirdo.
It sounds like they're having a good time in the Caribbean. You know?
It's true. Sounds like some ragtag group of
like it sounds
boys.
like more pleasure than it is, work.
Right. Less pillaging and plundering and more partying.
Dicks. No, not dicks.
All right, hey, we got a show to get to. Follow us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic, at FlexMeBeer __ in between. And don't follow Brian because he's the smart one that doesn't have social media.
So smart.
You guys are making me jealous, though.
Do you miss it, though?
No.
I don't think so. I don't miss it, and
I have one, and I don't miss.
Deb fills me in on everything that's going on, and she shares some funny videos with me and stuff, too, sometimes.
So that's...
yeah.
Can we talk about funny videos for a second? That has been my worst trait going into 2025 is I stay up for about 2 extra hours after I should go to bed, and I just scroll funny videos on Instagram now.
I've gotten worse at it.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to do, I think.
Yeah, for your sleep, yes.
Well, so that's like 700 hours of your year that you can't get back.
That's accurate.
When you put it that way. Yeah,
it's making me feel like a piece of shit, Brian. But
I mean, if you really want to feel bad, that's like, what is that?
Oh,
like,
God, don't.
Like 28. That's like a month. That's like a whole month worth of time.
Every year. That's a 12th of your year spent.
Well, I mean, I just started it. Let's not blow things out of proportion.
But I mean, how much time do you spend in the gym too?
My basement is my gym, and I probably spend, I would say, anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes at any given day.
That's it?
Oh, I get it. Dude, I'm very efficient.
Oh, all right.
Because I don't have to wait for anybody to get done using equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually working out before work, so I'm always trying to get it done quicker if I have like a short span of time. So I'm very efficient.
All right. You spend more time scrolling videos than working out.
Yeah, I think that's what we figured out.
Can we even call him Flex anymore at this point?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, scroll me a beer.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, you know what? You do you. You watch those videos.
Yeah.
And then you report back to me and tell me which ones are the funniest.
But they're so fun. Well, I can't because you don't have a...
Well, if you send it to Deb, that's what I do. I send them to Deb, and I figured that at least most of them probably make their way to you anyways, if they're worthy of being shown.
I hope Deb's ready, because I'm just going to start fucking spamming the shit out of her with funny videos. And everyone I'm just going to write for Brian.
Hashtag for Brian. That should be our hashtag on everything now.
She's going to block.
She'll love that.
Yeah. She's totally going to block you. Shout out to our top listening city of last week, and that is Miami.
Ooh, bienvenido a Miami.
Yeah.
Getting warm over here.
Yeah. That's like 2 or 3 times now in the recent past. So I don't know if that's just like extra downloads from Vanessa or something, or hi Vanessa.
Hey Vanessa.
Hi Vanessa.
But I'll take it. I'll take it where I can. That's what we all said.
Yeah. I'll let you guys figure that one out.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. I got some stories to tell, but first let's crack open these beers. Slightly better, less intense. All right, this beer is thanks to some travels we did over the weekend. We are drinking, Brian and I, Beer Zombies Brewing Co. Shadows of the Dead. It is a double hazy IPA, 8%, has a 417 on Untapped. And they say a bold, and that's, it's only 43 ratings. Not a ton of ratings there. They say a bold, hazy, double dry hop, double IPA. This beauty is packed with Citra, Mosaic, Idaho 7, and Crush hops. Never heard of Crush. Featuring a smooth and oaty and juicy finish at a crushable 8% ABV. I'm about to get us canceled. Because this is a fucking hype brewery. And it's fine.
So here's the thing with Beer Zombies, right? They get a lot of hype, I would say, due to their can art.
Maybe.
This can is really cool.
Their can arts are like 11 out of 10s. And I would agree that the product is not
lesser than the art.
Yes.
Here's the other thing, though. There does not exist. Also has amazing can art.
Well,
Just throwing that out there.
I get it. I'm not saying,
you can have both. Is all I'm saying.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm saying it's not a real thing.
Right.
They really do get by on a lot of their can art.
Brian and I did try this before the show started. I described the schnoz as a dirty garbage disposal. What did you say it was?
Oh,
was it vomit?
Yeah, I thought it had a hint of vomit. That might be a little harsh. But it's like a cold beer, hot garbage. Aroma. The aroma's not good. I mean, I'm
it's just
sorry.
Flat out bad.
The flavor is like a million times better than the aroma.
Yes.
Also, like maybe you'd disagree with me, but I normally like beers that are this light pale color, but this has kind of a murky dark that almost...
I call it like a dishwater color.
Yeah, it's kind of dishwatery.
It's dark for a hazy. Now, it is a double, so I'm sure there's a little more murkiness to a double. But yeah, it smells bad. It tastes way better than it smells, but the taste, to me, it's still lacking. It has almost no carbonation on the tongue, and I don't think that's on purpose. It almost feels like they didn't can it properly.
Maybe the Odie, yeah. When it poured out of the can, it poured out a little chunky. It seemed. I like the fruitiness of it. I like that pineapple kind of, it's got a little zing to it.
Some tropical zing.
And some, like you were saying, some burn on the back end.
Yeah. At first it's very juicy. And then you get a little of that back end burn. You're like, oh, there is 8% there.
I mean, not the worst beer I've had.
No.
Not the worst beer I've had since the last episode that we did together. So, we're trending,
right.
trending up.
It's in the right direction.
But yeah, I would be interested to try some of their other stuff and see if it's maybe better.
Yeah, the color's not quite there. The taste is fine, not amazing. The smell is awful. It makes me think it's a bad can job or something. But we had two
different cans.
Yeah, and they're both equal. I'm just saying that maybe their canning practices aren't great. I don't know. This is my first experience with Beer Zombies, so this leads me into more travelings. Over the weekend, went to Vegas, and it was so funny. On Monday, got on my Zoom with my boss. He's like, "Hey, how was your weekend?" I was like, "I was in Vegas." He's like, "Oh, what'd you do in Vegas?" Because he's like old school. I was very debaucherous in the 80s in Vegas type guy. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even touch foot on the strip. Like, I did not do Vegas. I have my friend who lives in Vegas. We went to go see her and her husband and got there Friday night. And the nice thing about Vegas, my first favorite part about Vegas is you can just walk outside with your drinks. Love walking around beer.
Wabs.
Yeah, exactly. Brought my cargos, of course. No, just kidding. We went to.
Are you kidding though?
No, I don't have any cargos anymore. I checked because I was going to bring it for a picture.
I don't
be a funny
believe
grand picture. Like, how good would a picture be? Like outside of Beer Zombies in my cargos with cans hanging out of them.
That would be great.
Yeah, I didn't have any though. So the first night, there's this place around our house, around the corner from our house, called Chicago. I guess Chicago Brewing or Chicago something. It's kind of like a BJ's restaurant, not sexual pleasure.
Deep dish pizza.
Yeah, pizza, and it's kind of food first, beer second, but they have their own beer. But
I have a BJ's, right? Didn't I go to a BJ's once?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's that sort of thing where it's a restaurant that happens to have their own beer. It's not.
Pub.
Yeah, it's not so much a brewery. The beer was mostly not great. Couple of decent ones that we suck our teeth into. I ended up having some guest taps towards the end of the night because I was tired of that. But I do love Vegas being open 24 hours. Like, we just sat there and drank till like 2:30 in the morning.
And you don't even notice you're doing it.
No, I mean, we haven't seen her in a while.
That is the crazy thing about Vegas.
Yeah, we just drank and talked and told stories. And also I was like, oh, it's 2 something. We should probably go home, I guess. Then we went home, had a couple more beers, and went to bed. And then the next day had some brunch, and everywhere in Vegas has bottomless mimosas. Love it. So we found this place, and the poor girl didn't know what hit her. At one point I was like, you're going to be back a lot. Like, don't ask us. Just know yes is the answer. Like, we want more mimosas. So got our buzz on there. And then we went to Beer Zombies, and we started off with a flight. In fact, I think we had 2 flights in total between the 3 of us. And it was real hit and miss. I've never had Beer Zombies at all before this weekend. I've heard all the hype and how great they are. And we had some sours. We had some clear beer. I tried to order the only hazy they had on the board. And because they were out, it was a canned pour, so they weren't doing tasters of it. I ended up going back for a pint later. It was worse than this one. It wasn't that great. Some of their sours were pretty good. Some of them were a little too fruited for my liking, a la 450 North kind of thing. It was just hit and miss, and I don't know. It was fine, and I'm sure I'll be burned at the stake.
What was the vibe like at the place? Was it a nice place? Was it? It
was fine.
Fun to hang out in, or
like there wasn't anything to do per se. We sat around and drank and talked. And
any food or just beer?
They did have a food truck. We had already, we had just had brunch, so we did not partake. But Mexican food, and we saw some people walking with tacos. They looked and smelt amazing, but we were not hungry.
What about the staff? Was the staff like friendly, cool?
Yeah, I only interacted with one beer tender. She was great, very friendly, answered questions. That's the one thing I hate, when you go like, I don't know, what do I want? And they go, I don't know, fucking decide. On the flight, I was down to my last spot on the board, and she goes, what do you think? And I was like, well, I'm kind of between these 2. And she goes, well, my favorite, I like some suggestions, even if I don't agree with your suggestion. I thoroughly
enjoy that.
Yeah, 100%. So that was nice. So very friendly, but the beer was it was sort of either good or it wasn't. There was no like, hey, this is all right, except for this one. this one's all right.
This one fits neatly into that category.
Yeah. So I was expecting a little more out of Beer Zombies. I'm glad we got to go. Always wanted to try it. It is what it is.
I feel that. That's how I felt when we went to Nashville and I got to stop at Southern Grist. Because they pump shit out and you see their stuff all over the gram, and all their sours get, a lot of recognition, and getting them there, it was just like, hey, there was one double IPA I got that was super solid. And then I got a flight of stuff and everything was very okay on the flight. And I did get something to take back to the hotel room, like a little 4-pack. And even that was just like, all right. Because, it wasn't anything that was on the menu. I was just like, oh, hey, like this is in the cooler. I'll pick this up. Just have like some beers back at the hotel. And yeah, it was all right. Yeah. So, I mean, I totally feel the hype, not living up.
Right.
I kind of envision Nashville as more of a cocktail type of place. Like, or if you're going to drink beer, you're probably drinking like a PBR with a Jack Daniels back or whatever.
Well,
Deb just got back from there.
The Nashville beer scene is actually pretty solid. Growing up and down Broadway, like downtown Nashville, a lot of the restaurants do carry like a lot of local craft beer, which is awesome. But just like Southern Grist was just one of them in particular that, they blew up really big with a lot of like their peanut butter jelly sours. And they had like a fruity pebble sour on tap when I went there. And I tried it.
As it sounds.
Yeah, it just wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like a Flintstone Kids vitamin sour.
Hey, don't talk shit about those. Those are delicious.
You're saying that to the wrong person.
I was one of the 10 million strong and growing.
I would sneak extra Flintstone vitamins, Brian. That's how much I enjoyed them.
Right.
But yeah.
They invented candy, right?
Yeah. I love the Nashville beer scene, but I totally get going to a hype brewery and getting jacked and just being very okay with all the product.
I don't know. You guys, you got to get out to Portland, Maine. We went last fall and we went and did, there's some that, like Allagash. And there's, just other little local ones, but all of the people that work there are super passionate about their beer, super proud of their beer. And honestly, it made me wish I had like 3 extra suitcases just to bring. I mean, we shared some with you and Shannon, but
is that the trip where Deb had to buy a suitcase to bring all the beer back?
Yes.
Okay. Stop it right now.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah. We went to like a Target.
Yeah.
Bought a little hard shell suitcase to throw our beer in and checked it.
How great is that?
Yeah.
You guys are
that was her concession to me because the vacation was Deb's pumpkin spice vacation. We went in October. We did like Stowe, Vermont and watched the leaves change. And I wasn't super excited about it until we actually got there. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely happy we did it, but definitely drank a shit ton of beer in Portland, Maine. And I highly, highly recommend.
Copy that.
I'll be doing some beer drinking in Austin pretty soon.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. If anybody has any like brewery recs.
I know Wendy was just there.
I saw that. Yeah.
I don't know much about Austin. I know Jester King's a little outside of Austin.
Yeah. I saw some of the breweries she was at. 1 or 2 of them I'd heard of and were sort of on my, my list to go visit. I should hit her up, ask her if they're worth visiting, but
yeah, I'll be up in Minnesota in June. I got a wedding.
Oh,
so I'm excited to hit up some Minneapolis, St. Paul breweries. And, that weekend for the wedding, the Brewers are actually in town playing the Twins. So then I get to hit up Target Field as well. So I'm super, super excited. I can't wait for June to come.
That's one of my favorite things. Not every time, but most times that we go to Denver, it always ends up being that the Dodgers are in town.
Oh, no. Shocker.
And it's not planned, obviously. We planned the vacation. It's like, hey, Dodgers are going to be here. So we'll go watch a Dodger Rockies game or anywhere we are. We like going, even if it's not a team we care about, we like going to different stadiums and checking
that stadium's supposed to have like some of the best beer though, right?
It had some really good beer selections last time. It's been a few years, but last time we were actually at the stadium.
Petco down in San Diego has good beer too.
Not as good as Petco. Petco has some great beer.
Dodger Stadium is not great. I mean, if you want to pay $24 for a Modelo, you can do that.
Yeah, or $28 for a fucking Golden Road.
Gross.
Oh,
So
and
bad.
here's the worst part about paying so much about the Golden Road for the Golden Road. They have that Golden Road Dodger beer, or at least they did. I haven't been to Dodger Stadium in a while, but
Yeah.
and it was like 4.8% and more expensive than everything that was higher ABV. It's like, well, it's not like you're actually craft. Why am I paying more money for this?
Right. Just give me a Coors Banquet and call it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yes, and thank you. So yeah. Fuck you, Dodger
I'll
Stadium.
also be hitting up Cincinnati this summer.
Oh,
We don't
ooh.
have an exact date.
Just some chili spaghetti.
Heading to Cincinnati and then Louisville and then coming back around home.
Oh, that's where I want to go for my birthday.
Louisville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do the Bourbon Trail.
Oh yeah.
So if you're listening, Deb.
Hint, hint. When we were in Portugal, we met this couple who I cannot remember where they live, but not far from there. And they're like, if you guys ever want to go out to the Bourbon Trail, please let us know. We'd love to meet you there. And they're fun, super fun couple. So
Sounds like a menage couple.
yeah, we totally fucked that night. So all right, maybe not.
Oh,
But yeah, it's good times. Wife wasn't bad looking. I'd let her in, make it a trio. We get in so much trouble for that
Yeah.
one.
Segue from that.
Edit point.
Yeah. Edit point for sure. All right. Let's, before we get into some news, let's find out what Flexy's drinking over there.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Well, we're on the hype train of hype breweries, so let's hype this bad boy up. I'm drinking Mortalis Brewing Company. Mortalis? Yeah, I said it, Mortalis.
Sure.
Usually known for their overfruited sours. I found triple IPA at my local shop. It is a 10% beer, collective 426 rating out of 707. So not, I think this is again like a newer beer because a lot of the check-ins, except for the one from 2022, are January 2025.
How weird.
It might just be like they released it then and then
Maybe
3 years later. So this one is called Nemean, Nemean,
Nemean.
That's what I thought. Nemean. The can art is fucking wild. I think that's really what got this beer to me. A lot of their beers labels are like, like the stars in the sky,
astrology stuff.
Yeah. So this one's a fucking lion.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I just pulled it up.
Yeah, it's gold with the dark blue background and some stars behind it. It's super wicked looking. 10 out of 10. Like I said, 10% ABV. They have a huge description on Untappd. It says, this triple IPA is a blend of Citra, Motueka, and Mosaic hops, resulting in a flavor profile that is nothing short of extraordinary. Big words. Waves of citrus, lime zest, and mango dance harmoniously on the palate, creating a symphony of tropical goodness. The beer's full and smooth body adds to the indulgent experience, making it a true pleasure to drink. Just like Heracles, who fearlessly, damn it, man, words, fearlessly faced the lion. This beer will captivate and conquer your taste buds with its bold and powerful flavors.
Nailed it.
Yeah, eventually.
On the first try.
So there's a lot of hype in this description, a lot of hype in this brewery. This 4-pack, I did not buy the 4-pack. I did buy a single can. 4-pack was $27.99. A single can $6.99. So you're looking at $28 for 4 cans.
Yeah.
Way outside my price range.
It's pretty high on the algorithm.
But Daddy said, we gonna try Mortalis. So on the old sniffer here.
Ooh, the anticipation's killing me, actually.
I bet it smells better than ours.
Fuck, dude,
I mean, it's not much.
$100 on that.
It's not vomit. I'll tell you that.
Not
it's
dirty.
It's a little bit of like
disposal.
citrus zest.
You win.
But it's faint. It's not like in your face aroma like you would think with a triple. I know I win. It's not a contest, Greg. So on the old tongue jobby here.
I don't feel like he warmed up the tongue jobber appropriately for that sip, but
don't sprain a jobby.
So what did they say here? They said waves of citrus. Waves of citrus, lime zest, and mango dance harmoniously on the palate. There's
some dancing going on.
There's some zest.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
There's no mango.
No discernible mango.
It's zesty. It's kind of a bummer. It's good.
Oh, it's not the $7 can that you thought it was.
It's not. No, I would not in my lifetime ever pay this money again. Not. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The beer is fine, but it's not. If you spend $7 on a can of beer,
you expect something.
Right. Yeah, we need to crack a beer and salvage this episode.
I know. I was just thinking, like, what are we going to call this? The episode of a couple of fine beers?
Well, you got the one I brought over.
Like, because it's
Rattler.
No,
it's not bad, but it's fine. He told me about the Rattler.
No, the other one I brought. The
VP?
Yeah.
Good. We need some salvation.
It's kind of a bummer, though. The can art, it's just so great.
That was a beautiful can.
Yeah. Like, there's no bitterness on this, and there's no hop burn. But
you like hop burn.
I do. But you think from a triple, like it's really going to eat you alive. So I guess in that aspect, like it's very gentle on the palate.
Yeah.
But there's just not a lot of flavor. And I like my triples sweet, and this isn't,
You and my wife, you guys have...
It's fine. It's fine.
Similar tastes.
Well, we both like you, so.
In men.
Yeah, in men.
Got him.
You're both right. All right. Well, a little news before we get at it. It's appropriate that we have Brian with us because there's some law things happening. Arkansas, the legislators have proposed an increase on the maximum ABV for beer. Do you know what the current ABV max in Arkansas is for beer?
I don't, but can I guess?
Please.
I'm going to guess, or is it just on Brian?
Everybody gets a guess.
I'm going to guess.
Okay, Oprah.
6%.
Okay. Yep,
Ooh.
Flexi.
Arkansas is better than Utah, I think.
Better is a subjective.
I would say they have more free reign than Utah. I would say something like a 7.5.
Well, you'll both be surprised. They are no better than Utah.
5%?
5%.
Oh,
wow.
No. So the new legislation they're proposing is quite a jump to 14%. Didn't want to step that up, apparently.
Wow, you could almost get a brewery beer for that.
It's true. They're making their way up to
do they even have
120-minute IPA.
Do they even have breweries in Arkansas?
I don't know. They're just bathtub gin.
Let's Google that. I'm going to Google that.
Are there breweries in Arkansas?
How many? Because remember, we were talking about North Dakota one episode, and there was 21.
Something like that.
Well, I mean, that's like
state?
one brewery per person.
Exactly.
Damn it.
As of 2023, Arkansas had 56 craft breweries.
Hey now.
That's
you can't say
shocking.
Arkansas.
Why
I
can't
do
we?
prefer the Arkansas.
My grandmother hails from Jesus, you almost made me do it. Arkansas.
Most of my dad's side of the family hails from Arkansas.
Yeah, she was born in Monticello.
I don't know where they're from. I don't care, but they are white trash as fuck.
Well, my grandma's not white trash.
Okay, that's what somebody would say about their own grandma, though.
Look, Jones, Arkansas. What do you expect?
Well, my grandmother's last name is actually Jones. But she married a Jones.
Are we cousins?
It might be.
That's the most Arkansas shit I've ever fucking heard.
How Arkansas is this? This is very stepbrothers. Like, did we just become best friends? Oh.
Good housekeeping. John Stamos.
Fuck, I want to do some family tree shit and see if we're related. Oh, you got some yeasties at the bottom of that, too.
Oh, I told you it was chunky when it came out.
Have fun with the
Jesus.
shits tomorrow. Back to Arkansas, a similar proposal was made in 2023, increasing the maximum to only 12%, but was quickly shut down. So I don't know why this would be any better. If they couldn't pass 12%, why are they going to pass 14%?
I don't know. Maybe 14's a luckier number
For the cousin fuckers in Arkansas?
I don't know what they do. You guys clearly know.
Maybe they're more desperate for tax revenue. Who knows?
That's true. It might be. And more laws being introduced. A bill in Connecticut would place additional warnings on beverage containers that alcohol consumption increases the risk of certain cancers. Oh, way to fuck up some beer cans.
Didn't we talk about this once about how...
Well, not too long ago, we talked about how the federal government is talking about making it a blanket thing. But some states are trying to beat them to it for no apparent reason.
What doesn't cause cancer at this point?
Everything causes cancer.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Drink a Diet Coke, you're done. You eat an Oreo, you're done. You
I only eat Hydrox.
I'm sure you're done.
You eat a what?
Hydrox?
What is that? Like Hydroxycut?
No, Hydrox was Oreos before Oreos.
I've never heard of this before.
What? Please, nerd.
Yeah, Flex knows.
Elaborate.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I'm interested.
So Hydrox was Oreos before Oreo existed.
Oh, was it the same thing?
Yeah, it's a chocolate cookie with a cream center.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yeah.
I also don't love Oreos.
I don't like
either.
Oreos or Hydrox. I was just saying I like Hydrox because I don't like Oreos.
Oh,
I'm gonna say this as an unpopular opinion too. The white Oreos, I'm a big fan of.
Like the golden ones?
I'm sorry, the golden ones, not the white. The golden.
That really sounded... Yeah.
That sounded bad.
Unpopular opinion is right.
Gotta be careful right now.
Golden Oreos, sir.
Yeah, I'll actually get on board with you with the golden ones, not the white ones.
Yeah. Because they're not white, they're golden.
Right, they're golden. I do not like Oreos. They're just not good.
It's too chocolatey.
They're just too, I don't know, fake tasting. Like, you know what? If I'm going big brand store-bought cookie, I'm going fucking Chips Ahoy.
But which one?
Soft or hard?
Hard. I want crunchy
okay.
Chips Ahoy.
I like the soft ones.
No,
I like
the crunchy ones are saltier.
The peanut butter cups in them.
Is that a Chips Ahoy thing?
Yeah, they come out with it every now and then.
Oh, I've never had that.
Flex, do you have a crumble cookie out where you are?
Yes, we do.
So our daughter has her first job and she's doing awesome, but she is a shift lead at Crumble Cookie. And I swear to God, she was bringing home cookies for a while, like after her shifts. And I put on like 15 pounds. I was like,
I've bared witness to this.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, we've been at their house and she walks in with an entire case of diabetes.
Yeah, so we have a kid at work. His sister is a manager at a Crumble Cookie, and he will bring in like 2 boxes of cookies the next morning, like on a Saturday morning, and it's just like a free for all.
oh, they're delicious.
Oh yeah,
They're delicious, but
that's not the
each
problem.
cookie is like 1,500 calories or
Minimum.
something.
Oh yeah,
And-
the chocolate chunk, you put that in the microwave for like 20 seconds. Oh my goodness.
Well,
It is a game changer.
The problem is, like, not only are they giant, but they also are loaded with all kinds of other stuff.
Right.
You're like, oh, I'm having a cookie. How bad could it be? And then like 3,000 calories later, you've
Yeah,
had
because
your
it's got
daily
frosting
intake on
and
one cookie.
caramel and
Yeah, but they are delicious.
They're very good.
Yeah.
everything in moderation, gentlemen. Right?
Yeah,
Something-
like
something
one
like that.
bite. That's it. What else? Oh, laws.
Oh yeah.
A bill in Alaska would add a cancer warning to the signs that licensed retailers are required to display about the risks of alcohol. And
So how small is that print going to be?
Well, here's the thing. I had no idea that in Alaska, not only do they have their weird ounce,
Can't
thing.
get drunk in a bar.
can't get drunk in a bar, you only have so many ounces a day. Apparently they have signs at licensed retailers that display the risks of alcohol and specifically what it poses to pregnant women's health.
It sounds like Alaska just lives like they act like they're like a different planet.
Yeah, it's very strange.
You know, like they don't act like they're a part of anything.
Well, they're closer to Russia.
But yeah, we get that. The Bering Strait. You know, geography, man.
I can see Russia from my house.
That's what I learned from Deadliest Catch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You can walk across it.
So I didn't think it was like really, not common knowledge that drinking alcohol during pregnancy is bad for the baby.
Yeah, I figured everybody knew that.
Most people knew that. No?
Not if you're in Arkansas. Not if you're in Alaska. Apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Go Alaska.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like they act like they don't know shit.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't know shit. Maybe education hasn't made its way up yet.
Maybe.
I know podcasts haven't because we have never charted in Alaska.
Come on, Alaska.
Yeah.
Not going to get our top listening city of the week, Juneau.
Yeah. Fairbanks. Those are the two Alaska cities I know. Oh, Anchorage. Yeah.
That's why there's 3 of us.
Yeah. We each have one Alaskan city. Oh, you will get cancer if you drink alcohol in Alaska. The American Homebrewers Association is splitting from the Brewers Association.
What?
Are you upset by this?
This is some bullshit.
Brian's actually leaving right now. Sit down. Sit down. Yeah, I can read the whole story. I don't think there's any real need to. I don't know why this benefits them or either side, but it was their decision. They wanted to separate. So
the people who brew shitty beer are breaking off from the people who brew decent beer.
Exactly.
And nobody noticed.
Yeah. We're tired of your useful advice. Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, why would... Yeah, questions, no answers.
Yeah. I almost want to go grab what's in the fridge right now because I had this story on there before I knew what Brian brought to my house.
Go do it.
Oh, shit.
We'll wait.
Should we do it?
Edit point?
Should we grab it?
Yeah, get it.
All right, I'm going to go grab it. It's going to be awful.
Mother of God.
Is it a Radler?
Holy shit.
I have retrieved the can of, I'm going to put in quotes, beer that Brian bought and brought over. He brought it over as a joke. And when he walked in the door with it, I said, I'm not promoting this on the show. But I also had forgotten that I had pulled the story that Firestone Walker's high ABV Mind Haze Rage Turbo Radlers have arrived.
Could that get any longer of a name? They couldn't come up with a better fucking name.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Wait, hold on. Let me run it real quick. Firestone Mind Haze Grapefruit Rage Turbo Radler. Yeah, I like it. This is a very funny joke.
8% ABV Radlers come in 3 flavors: original lemonade, watermelon lemonade, and grapefruit lemonade, in a rad pack of 12-ounce canned varieties.
So rad.
Which go to all the Duvel-owned Firestone Walker footprint. Here we have Flex. Look at this color. It looks absolutely disgusting.
It does. It looks like
but smell it. Get that aroma.
Oh, it smells like fucking Kool-Aid.
Like grapefruit Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Is it that sweet?
It's
super sweet.
I haven't tried it yet. Here we go.
I have a feeling Brian likes it, but he doesn't want to like it.
I don't like it.
All right, so I'm going to say this. I don't like it, but I don't not like it. It doesn't taste like much of anything at all, and you definitely can't tell it's 8%.
I'll agree with you on the alcohol. It drinks like a seltzy.
Right. You would get super fucked up if you drank a bunch of these on a Saturday.
You would get very fucked up. It's not a football beer. That part of it's dangerous. I don't like the flavor of this at all. And like, I'll drink the grapefruit, like Kirkland seltzer thing. In fact, that's one of my more favorite flavors that they have. This grapefruit, not great.
So if it's cold enough, you can't really taste it. As it warms up, it gets a little bit, I think, stronger taste, and it's not as great. It definitely, I feel like I'm going to have heartburn tonight when I go home. But you know, overall, yeah, I'm still embarrassed that I bought this.
Now, here's a real question. You basically bought these for Deb, right?
Well, I bought it as a joke because
she said she wanted to try it.
Yeah, we had talked about it. I think we sent you the link and we were laughing about it. And so they were at the store and, you know, I was looking for a 6-pack and of course they only come in a 12-pack. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So No, so I sprung for the 12 pack. I think it was like $20 or something.
What did Her Highness think of these?
So we only tried the lemonade one. She was not a fan. And truthfully, I wasn't either. I didn't finish the lemonade one. The grapefruit one might actually be more palatable than
so this is better.
Maybe.
It gets worse.
Yeah. I'm a little bit afraid to try the watermelon one.
Oh, the watermelon's going to be so bad.
Ugh.
Do you remember the watermelon Dorado?
Oh, God, yes.
I was telling Brian when he went to go get it, I hoped it was a watermelon.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll bring you one.
Now, if it went the way of a Jolly Rancher, my favorite Jolly Rancher flavor.
Yeah.
No, it won't. You're right. It won't be that good. So I just found it on Untapped. Apparently there's hops in it because it has 11 IBUs. It has a 388. That is generous.
Look at all the hops.
Only 65 ratings though. And their description is not your grandma's grapefruit juice. Grapefruit rage is bursting with tart grapefruit flavor, balanced by a smooth lemonade sweetness.
Yeah, I don't know that that's it. I think AI wrote that description.
Yeah. I think they wrote that before they actually made it.
Yeah. Like this is what we want it to be.
Yeah, this is the goal.
This is, we're good. We're shooting for this.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
I had no intention of drinking
sometimes
this on the show.
I'm jealous when I'm not drinking what you guys are drinking.
I wish you could suffer with us.
I'm not very jealous right now.
I feel like over the past 2 weeks, I've brought this show to new lows. I'm really sorry.
First, the light
plug?
IPA that tasted like biscuits.
Was that the spark plug?
Yeah, something like spark plug or butt plug. I don't remember.
One or the other.
Called it a spark plug, tasted like a butt plug.
Gross.
Yeah. This is it's interesting. I'm glad you brought it because I would have never purchased it.
Yeah, I'll take your comments off the air.
First time caller, long time listener. All right, let's quickly move on from this.
Do we have any Florida news?
Delicious thing. Actually, we do.
Oh my goodness. It's my lucky day.
Trip to Florida.
It's almost like he knew.
Trip to Florida. This one's a doozy. It's going to require reading, and I'm going to stop drinking this 8% while I get through this. Florida educators arrested after boozy teen party at principal's home goes off the rails.
That sounds like a porno.
Right. Let you all take that in for a second. Very Florida. A drunken teenage house party in Florida with shenanigans worthy of a high school movie has led to child abuse charges against an elementary school principal and a teacher, police said. By the way, Flex, actually both of you, when you hear shenanigans, do you automatically hear evil shenanigans?
No, I think of when they want to pistol whip Farva.
Right, same thing.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
The place
Yeah.
with all the shit on the walls?
Yeah.
Talking about shenanigans, right?
Ooh. Yeah, because right before they say that, he's like, our shenanigans are fun and cheeky. Yeah, and his are like evil shenanigans.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Hosted on January 19th by a Cocoa Beach High School student at the home of Roosevelt Elementary School principal Elizabeth Hill Brodigan.
So it was her daughter?
No, her kid. I think it goes on to say this in the story somewhere, but her kids were not even home. As a high school student, hosted a party at her house. The party was attended by a crowd of more than 100 that include underage drinkers and juveniles.
Wait, is this one of those weird things like she was in a relationship with the high school student, like the one chick?
I don't think so.
And then it just became a rager high school party?
That's what I expected, and it never got to that. I mean, spoiler alert, but I don't think so. Hill Brodigan is charged with child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and hosting a party with alcohol that was accessible to minors. Called an open house party under Florida law. Anderson is charged with the teacher. Anderson is charged with child neglect and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Both were booked into the Brevard County Jail on Friday and released Saturday with $3,500 bond attached to Hill Brodigan's case and $3,000 to Anderson's. On Tuesday, each pleaded not guilty via court filings, which also requested jury trials for each to move forward without delay. Investigators said the party featured a teenage boy pointing a 9mm handgun at a student, recording him, a vomiting partygoer so drunk that paramedics were called. the use of marijuana. Oh no. The eruption of fights and violence, with one incident reported to be on video, and a teenage girl arrested nearby for driving with a blood alcohol level well above the legal limit of 0.02, which is, if you're under 21, it's only 0.02.
Wait, we got to address that one, but go on. Sorry.
Because there shouldn't be any legal limit.
Right, it should be
for someone under 21.
0.00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey, it's
That's
Florida.
the most Florida shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have half a drink. You're good. The allegations were in a pair of affidavits filed in support of the two educators' arrest. The girl's blood alcohol level was 0.118, so well over the legal limit, even if she was 21, which also says she and her passenger were wearing clothing emblazoned with the night's theme, White Lie. 2 days later, detectives interviewed teenage attendees who said such events happen once to twice a month at the home, with the January 19th party promoted on the social media platform Snapchat. Many attendees wore matching White Lie t-shirts too. Police said in their affidavit. So not only are they having parties for underage kids, they're promoting the fuck out of it and making t-shirts.
That's wild.
So,
Yeah.
couple questions. One, what are they charging at the door? Because it's got to be worth something, right? If they're going to be...
Right. Why else
like,
would they do this?
This is an elementary school teacher who's literally putting her job on the line a couple times a month, right? To have high school students come drink in her house. You couldn't pay me enough money to let kids come drink booze in my house.
No way.
I like
Not
my
worth
booze. I don't want to share with them.
Right.
But this is an elementary school teacher who, or school principal
Both
who
a principal and a teacher.
will not be after this.
Well, I don't know. Maybe in Florida they get promoted.
Well, yeah, I guess if they let you underage drink and drive.
Right. Yeah.
Only had a half of a
Fucking weird.
PBR.
Right.
I'm cool, bro.
That's not something I'm into, especially if these kids are vomiting. You got to clean that shit. That's your house.
Ugh. Yeah.
You know, like you have to clean that up. I'm not cleaning that up.
Right.
Also, I love that there was like a fight and they're like, oh, it may have been caught on video. I'm like, everything's on video nowadays.
Yeah, was it or was it not? It definitely was.
Thank God we didn't have iPhones when I was in college.
Oh my God.
Probably be in state prison.
Say that all the time. Even high school, I'm glad we didn't have iPhones for.
Yep.
We did stupid shit.
That's what you're supposed to do when you're a kid.
Right.
You're supposed to go have open house parties or whatever the hell they called it, just not at the home of an elementary school principal.
Yeah. And you don't promote it with t-shirts.
Right.
Exactly. Everyone's got their White Lie shirt on.
If you're cultivating an environment like that where you're encouraging this kind of behavior, it kind of calls into question why you would be a leader of people
Right.
at
Agreed.
an elementary school, but whatever.
And I don't think so. I didn't include it here, but when I read the entire story, it specifically mentioned the fact that her kids were not at home that night. So I could somewhat understand it if it was like, hey, my kids wanted to have a party and I decided
and it got
that
out of control.
if they're going to drink, I'd rather them drink at home under my supervision. And then it got under control. That I could understand. It would be a reasonable thing, but this is not that at all.
Or it's like, I don't have kids. I'm just a weird elementary school principal
Right.
who's inviting high school kids over to get shit faced at my
Which
house.
is even weirder.
Yeah, the whole thing's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
So,
Go Florida.
yeah. Here we are talking shit about Arkansas. Look what Florida
Brian
did.
won't call it that.
I know.
He will not have any of that.
We have equal claim as far as family members and ability to talk shit about Arkansas.
And apparently equal amounts of Joneses.
Yeah, well, they're everywhere.
Jones in for a Jones.
Title of my autobiography.
I like it.
Okay.
It's
Fair
fitting.
enough. Yeah. All right. I think that's everything. I'm going to hit some music. Brian, thanks. 2 weeks in a row, man. Thanks for making the trip.
I know. I'm flattered you guys would have me. And
It was fun.
It made my weeks.
in
It did.
another year or two, when you're ready to have me back, just let me know.
After the next World Cup.
Oh, God. I can't afford it. I can't afford to lose more beer to flex.
It's only 3 years from now.
Yeah.
We should circle back and see how the Lakers do with this.
Oh,
this
we didn't
new
really
trade.
talk about that last week, did we?
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's been a week and a half and things have totally happened since then.
My money is on the Lakers not winning the NBA title. Flex, you want any piece of that action?
I'm good.
That's a tough one.
Fair enough.
It's a tough one.
I tried.
Hey, you know what? I'll go a step further. Money also not on the Mavericks winning.
Yeah.
They got close last year. Not going to happen this year.
No.
Enjoy the unibrow.
Yeah. Not a sports show.
Not a sports show. All right. Follow us on the socials.
I love you guys.
Smooches. Craft Beer Republic at FlexMeBeer _ in between and at Brian's Not on Social Media. That should be a good handle for social media. Brian's Not on Social Media.
It's probably taken.
Probably is.
I'll go look.
Yeah. 805-538-BEER 2337. Mail at craftbeerrepublic.com. I think that's everything. Hope everyone out there is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.